Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Exalt. How are you guys doing? As you can see, we're currently ranked number 1 in the region for using Ajani Gold Main. Finally, right, if you haven't watched the previous video where I got to celebrate finally snatching that from John V42. Today I have a very simple video to share to everyone, but it could sound a little bit controversial. And my message for today is very simple. It's important to lose. Yep, you heard me right. It's important to lose. Now, some of you might be thinking, wait, isn't the goal of the game to actually win? Well, that is true, but losing also gives you plenty of benefits, and I'd like to talk to you about a few of those. Right? By the way, I'd like to share to you as well that the struggle to leveling up to rank 8, it's just crazy difficult. And I'm gonna show you my replays. Well, those try not to look at the casual matches. Take a look at the ranked matches and see the alternating victory and defeat pattern. Defeat, victory, defeat, defeat, victory, defeat, victory, victory, defeat, defeat. You guys, you know what I'm talking about, right? Currently, we are at rank 8. I've managed to finally break that barrier from level 7. Now, from rank 7, we're currently now at rank 8. And it was really difficult. Even the players who I beat in previous games, they managed to beat me. Like, there was this one guy called Werd, right? And I managed to beat that guy. He beat me very convincingly, and that's what prompted me to really create this video today, which is to share to you why it's important to lose. As a new player, you have to realize that losing is going to be part of the game, right? So don't be disheartened. As a matter of fact, learn from those mistakes. Now, if you start to experience a pattern of winning and losing, you may be onto something. But before I tell you exactly what that something is, let me share to you some quick tips, or 2 key areas rather, that will help you determine your success in playing this game, because this game is inherently problematic, right? And that is because it requires, number 1, skill and knowledge, and number 2, equipment. Alright? When I refer to skill and knowledge, that's you knowing what you're doing, right? Being skilled enough to make the right plays. And when I talk about equipment, I'm just talking about your cards. Alright? Those are the 2 key areas that will determine your success, whether you're going to be good at this game or whether you're going to suck at this game, right? You can compensate your lack of equipment, meaning your cards, by improving upon your skill and knowledge, but it can only get you so far. And let me show you what I mean, right? Let's take a look at one of my records. Look at the replay where I get to play with Word from Alliance, right? Can you see that? Can you see that? Right. Notice the big difference between our equipment. He has a level 7 he has how many level 7s? 1, 2, 3, 4 level 7s and 3 level 6. Whereas I have 1 level 6, 1, 2, 3, 4 level 5s, 1 level 4 and 1 level 3. Right? So even if Word and I were equally skilled, right? But because his equipment was superior to mine, he ended up winning. So somebody who is less skilled can always brute force his way into winning by getting more equipment. And unfortunately for this game, in order for you to get more equipment, sometimes you'll have to pay money, right? Real money, and that's something that I'm not really willing to put up with at the moment. Although I did pay for real money just so I can get the pass, because I know that that's going to increase the chances of me getting more cards and therefore improving my equipment, right? For somebody who already has great equipment, if you find yourself losing to someone who is of equal, is lesser equipment, then that means you have to step up your game in terms of your skill and your knowledge, right? But when you start getting a pattern of winning and losing, you've entered what I'd like to call a state of equilibrium, where you're already matched with equally skilled and equally equipped players. And you know that this is the case because you sort of get a draw every time. And when I say draw, I'm not referring to a match that ends up in a draw, right? I'm referring to you experiencing a pattern of winning and then losing and then winning and losing and not really advancing too much. That's what happened to me when I got stuck at rank 7. I felt that I've already met a state of equilibrium in that even if I am a bit skilled in playing the game, every time I try to advance, I meet other people who have equipment who are far superior than mine, and that spells the difference, right? And the reason why losing is important is that it allows you to gauge which particular key area of success, just like what I've mentioned, right? Which particular key area of success you need to work on, right? If you're playing against somebody who is of equal equipment with you and you still lost, then that must mean you need to build up on your skill and your knowledge, right? You need to know what the cards do, when you're supposed to put the cards. Watch more of my videos. I'm kidding. Or maybe I'm not. Okay? If you are playing with somebody who has better equipment than you, but you still manage to win against that person, then that means you have the right set of skill and knowledge to compensate for the missing equipment. I'm not sure if I'm making sense. Just keep those two things in mind whenever you're playing. All right. When you hit a state of equilibrium, when you experience win-loss patterns, right, then that means the only way to get out of that rut is actually grind, right? Because that's a problem with this game. It's not like other games that I've played in the past. For example, Vainglory, it really requires you just pure skill. Sure, you'll have to use money to buy the heroes, but equipping a skin, for example, does not do anything with the numbers. It does not affect your stats, right? Unlike this game, the amount of cards you have, the quality of the equipment you have will dictate whether you're going to win or whether you're going to lose, right? State of equilibrium. I hope that makes sense to you. Now, to cap today's session and to celebrate finally being able to move to rank 8, I'd like to show you that exact game that made me move to rank 8. And for some of you who are already rank 9 or rank 8 out there, you're probably thinking, big deal, right? It is a big deal for me. Okay, that's a casual match. There you go. All right, so I got my win from a very strong player, from a very strong planeswalker, Dovinban, right? And if you look at our equipment, I'm a little ahead of him. Right, so 4, 5, 5, 4, 4, 5, 4 is his equipment. So maybe we can count 4, 9, 10, 19 rather. 13 plus 4 is 17 plus 5, 22 plus 4, 26. So he has a total of 26 points, right? Whereas mine has 11, 14, 19, 24, 29, 33. 26 versus 33. Alright, so that must mean I'm more superior when it comes to equipment. So even if Dovinban is of equal skill and knowledge than myself, then I'm a little bit more at an advantage because my equipment is better, right? 2 key areas that determine success. You remember that. Alright, so I'm gonna keep quiet now. And I'd like you to watch this game. It's such a... Or maybe I'm not going to keep quiet. I'm going to talk you through the game. Because I made plenty of mistakes playing this game. This particular match with japonês of Brasil Oficial, right? Yeah. So let me just talk you through some of the things. This is a nail biting match. We were just really toe to toe, which you can tell of equal skill, right? I simply wanted to poke by dropping the mages on both sides. I keep on making a mistake of putting that blinding mage over this half. It shouldn't really. It should just stay over here because it can reach the opponents anyway. Look at Ajani doing his thing. Did you see how he just swiped everything that's on this side? Such a powerful hero. By the way, I've decided to add a creature removal spell because white players are just decimating me, and I was already having a hard time. It wasn't fun. I hit that equilibrium and I was stuck in a rut. Win, loss, win, loss. Mm-hmm. Notice where I drop those spirits. It's just right over here, right? I don't really encircle the entire guardian, because if I do that, this creature right here is going to start attacking it. Something I had to learn the hard way. And he's going to beat me to it. So now I have to play defensively. And out of frustration, you see what I did right there? Out of frustration, I just hit it with that spell. I mean, why? I could have surprised him. And I just focus on this portion. See what happened? If you placed those spirits around the guardian, these and those which are, I don't know, the creatures which are around, they're just gonna start hitting you. No, okay. In terms of numbers, health-wise, right? I'm kind of ahead. But with the advancement that the Dovinban has managed to create, it's not gonna be the case. That creature right there that confuses that hexes all of your creatures when it comes into play, so powerful. See how it just decimated my entire army right there. Now he's ahead. Right, 2314 health versus 1971. Boom goes the dynamite. And just when I thought I was gonna win, look at that. I'm gonna keep quiet now and just watch. This does not need any explaining. And that's how I ended up moving up to rank 8. Alright, there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that particular Ajani Goldmane gameplay. I hope you learned something today. Please continue to provide positive, not just positive, but constructive feedback. They're welcome. I welcome them, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Until the next video, again, this is Xalt. Thank you for watching. Peace.